doing, buddy? Come here.
I grew up here in San Francisco. My home life wasn't quite the conventional home life. My mother was already before I was born struggling with addictions to some really bad drugs. And that caused me to be taken away by Child Protection Services the first year of my life. She won me back through fighting the courts, but she was still having her issues with the drugs. I had to go to school with dirty clothes, and was a little embarrassing for me at school functions. And the kids would ask me, what do your parents do? And I'd have to make up something, or I felt a little bit like an outsider, a little bit of an outcast. So one day I was coming home and I open the door and I see some items knocked over, some chairs. It looked like a mess in there. So I go in to see what's going on, and I find a note from the police saying that we took your mom. The landlord found out about that and found out about the illegal activity going on with the drugs, and she evicted my mother, thus evicting me, and I was in shock. I figured at that moment I had a few options. I could feel bad for myself, or on the other hand, I could say, okay, well, this is the situation, it is what it is, it's time to take action. So I found out about JVS through one of the counselors at City College. He recommended it to me because it's a nice, quiet place where I could study, just really focus on my responsibilities and take away all the distractions. Everything was free, so that was a huge, huge deal to me.
My first impressions of Joseph were that he was an incredibly optimistic individual. In Joseph's situation, we realized not only did he need a job, but he needed a stable living situation. We supported him in identifying a budget plan so that he could make that transition successfully and not end up marginally housed or living on the street.
At JVS, Danielle was a huge help to me. She helped build my resume to get hired and prepare me for interviews, and just extremely encouraging and supportive the entire time. She was great.
Joseph took advantage of an incredible amount of programs at JVS. In addition to participating with me working one-on-one, he also took advantage of our retail training for youth that we had. He took advantage of a financial literacy training that we had, and he also took advantage of our financial aid workshops as well.
The retail training program was perfect. It was such a vital portion of me getting a job in retail. It really prepared me for it. JVS connected me to great employers.
After Joseph successfully completed his retail training program with JVS, we helped him secure employment with OfficeMax. While he was working there, he did such a wonderful job in sales that a Ross manager happened to come in.
One day I was shopping at OfficeMax, and Joseph was the salesperson who was helping me. I immediately appreciated some great qualities that Joseph had. He cared enough to really make sure that I got what I needed. He was very efficient. His smile was infectious. In our conversation, it led to other things that I actually did need and I did want. These are qualities that are very rare, and we're always looking for them in retail. I wanted him on my team.
It was a great opportunity, and next thing you know, I'm front-end supervisor at Ross. And I managed to get my own apartment here in the Tenderloin that is cat-friendly, which was a huge plus for me, and conveniently close to my work. So I moved in, had enough for the deposit and the rent, and here I am. If JVS didn't help me get a job or build my resume and give me the tools to get hired, I would probably be out homeless in the street or struggling immensely. It really transformed my life from poverty and being around drugs and negative things to being employed where I'm making my own money, contributing to society, and now am on my own as an independent, doing everything by the book.